So it all started from an internet joke.
Yes.
How much of an input have you had in the whole thing?
I have mostly been out of the creative process. They thought it was best. So basically, there was an internet flyer going around saying that I was going to be in a musical in Edinburgh, which wasn't true at all. But then we actually thought maybe we should put a musical on. And it's just a kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, really, just a bit light-hearted. It's kind of, there's lots of jokes. If you're a listener to my show, then you'll get a lot of the jokes. And and here we are. It's kind of ballooned from this little idea to posters, and we're actually on in a theatre. It's all very strange. My producer, who is on the show as the one that doesn't speak, he wrote the whole thing. So originally I wasn't going to be in it. We were just going to cast somebody to play me, which we did through video auditions. People sent in their videos, and we picked a winner with the help of the audience. So no, I wasn't going to be in it at all. Even up to about 4 weeks ago, I wasn't going to be in it. But then he just wrote me in as the Hoff, which is a bit odd. So you see the actual Hoff, and then I'm playing the Hoff. It's very strange.
There's a lot of everyone playing someone else.
Yes.
Kind of.
I think if you, obviously you can watch it online and the people in the theatre will get it, but if you try and explain it like I'm trying to do now, it just gets really confusing. It is amazing because they're all proper hardcore listeners to the show, and I spoke to somebody yesterday who had got a flight from Exeter in Devon. They just came here and queued on the off chance that they would get some, and that just blows me away, that kind of thing. They did, thankfully, otherwise that would have been bad.
Really awkward.
Yeah, really awkward. But the people coming up to me afterwards, they're all saying really nice things about it. So it's a great way of meeting a lot of listeners, in 1 week.
Yeah, it's all kind of come together in such a short space of time as well. That must have been a bit manic, no?
Yeah, the cast, who are brilliant, have had like 10 days to rehearse, which is not very long, really. Quite intensive rehearsals, but it's not long, is it? So the whole thing is probably 3 or 4 months, and that's it.
That's quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
Apparently so. I keep telling people this, and they're like, "Oh, that's fast." I've never done this before in my life, so I wouldn't really know. Basically, we've had listeners sending in plot lines and ideas, some of which are in the show. They were sending in songs, and there's a couple of them in the show as well, written by the listeners. So it's really interactive. There's a couple of songs that were actually really good, but just too random to put in. The audience would just be like, "What is this?" But we played all the ones we got sent in. We played them on the air, and when you go into the theatre and when you come out of the theatre, those really random songs are playing. Okay. So you get to hear them, but not in the actual musical, because there's one this guy wrote, which is fine, but it's about me going and buying a hat. We couldn't really work that in. It's just a bit too odd, and people would just be like, "What is this?" So, but it's nice that you get to hear them anyway.
So you're going to maybe stick them up on the internet or something like that for people?
Yeah, they're already on the internet.
Even the little ones that didn't make it? That's brilliant.
They're already online, yeah.
That's brilliant. Did you have much say in who was going to play you? I know the fans had a lot of say in that. But
what happened was people sent in their video auditions, and we got quite a few of those. Actually, the standard was very high, really good. Then they had a kind of boot camp thing in London. I think it started off with 11 people at the boot camp, and literally my producer and the musical director narrowed it down to 3 of the best. And then the Radio 1 audience, my listeners, chose the winner, and I think they did a good job.
You happy with
Absolutely. The other guys were great, but I just think Joe is a natural. He's got a great voice. He's got some of my mannerisms, which he's obviously picked up, and I couldn't think of anyone better to play. It's really good.
Do you know if he's got anything in the pipeline for the future? Do you think he's destined for big things?
I just know he's done a bit of drama here and there as a student, but I think that certainly in the reviews they've been saying that he's one to watch out for, so that's encouraging.
Speaking of the reviews, can you believe the sheer magnitude of how everything seems to have just blown out of proportion?
Not in any way. I can't really get my head around it, no, because I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but no way was I expecting reviews like this. I've just read a review in the Herald, and I think it's good. It's got 4 stars, but there's so many words in it, I'm just like, what? But I think it's a good thing. They've just thrown lots of adjectives in there and hope for the best, so. Yeah, but no, it's a really nice review, and they've all been really good so far, so I'm surprised, I'm pleased, but I've never actually been to the festival, and It just overtakes everything, doesn't it? It's crazy.
It's kind of hard to get your head around
Yeah,
just how...
the amount of stuff that's on is just like, if it's a room, there's a show on. Hello, I'm Scott Mills from Radio 1. I've just completed a 3-night run of Scott Mills the Musical, which sadly you can't see anymore, apart from if you want to go and watch it at Radio 1 online. And make sure you listen to my show weekdays from 4. Thanks.
Cool. I think that was a good plug.
There was, all right.
I think that was a good
Got quite a lot in there.
Yeah.
All right.